Hello and welcome everyone. Myself Mijanur Rahaman, and today my topic of discussion is pituitary gland. So today we will introduce the pituitary gland and discuss a bit about anterior pituitary or adenohypophysis. Now, pituitary gland or hypophysis is a small endocrine gland with a diameter of just and only 1 cm and weight is about 0.5 to 1 gram only. It is situated in a depression called sella turcica, present in the sphenoid bone at the base of the skull. It is connected with the hypothalamus by pituitary stalk or hypophyseal stalk. Now, divisions of pituitary gland. So, first of all, pituitary gland is divided into two divisions. One is anterior pituitary and one is posterior pituitary, or adenohypophysis or and neurohypophysis. So anterior pituitary is known as adenohypophysis and posterior pituitary is known as neurohypophysis. Both these divisions are situated close to each other, still both are entirely different in their development structure and function. Between their division, there is a small and relatively avascular structure present known as pars intermedia. Actually, it forms a part of anterior pituitary. Now, development of pituitary gland. Both the divisions of pituitary glands develop from the different sources. Anterior pituitary is ectodermal in origin, arises from pharyngeal epithelium as an upward growth of Rathke pouch. And posterior pituitary is neuroectodermal in origin and arises from hypothalamus as a downward of diverticulum. Rathke pouch and downward diverticulum from the hypothalamus grow towards each other and meet in the midway between the roof of the buccal cavity and base of brain. There the two structures lie close together. So what happens there? How we come to know these all the things? So first of all, pituitary gland or hypophysis is a small endocrine gland. The diameter is just and only 1 centimeter. Weight is about 0.5 to 1 gram. It is situated in a depression known as sella turcica, which is present in the sphenoid bone at the base of the skull, and it is connected with the hypothalamus, the master of master gland, by the pituitary stalk or hypophyseal stalk. Divisions: there are two divisions. One is anterior pituitary, one is posterior pituitary, and in between them, one linking part, avascular structure known as pars intermedia. Now, development part. Anterior pituitary is ectodermal in origin and arises from the pharyngeal epithelium as an upward growth of Rathke pouch, and the posterior pituitary is neuroectodermal in origin and arises from hypothalamus as a downward growth of diverticulum. Rathke pouch and the downward diverticulum from the hypothalamus grow towards each other and meet in the midway between the roof of the buccal cavity and base of the brain. There the two structures lie close together. Now, regulation of secretion. Hypothalamo and hypophyseal relationships. So, what is the relationship? Hypothalamo hypophyseal relationship is the relationship between the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland is known as hypothalamo hypophyseal relationship. So, there are two glands, one is hypothalamus and one is pituitary, and in between them the relation is known as hypothalamo hypophyseal relationship, and hormones secreted by hypothalamus are transported to the anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary, but the mode of transport of these hormones is different. Hormones from hypothalamus are transported to anterior pituitary through hypothalamo hypophyseal portal blood vessel. So the linking part between hypothalamus and the anterior pituitary is hypothalamo hypophyseal portal blood vessels. But in case of hormones from the hypothalamus to the posterior pituitary, they are transported by the nerve fibers of hypothalamo hypophyseal nerve tract. So one is hypothalamo hypophyseal portal blood vessel for anterior pituitary and hypothalamo hypophyseal tract or nerve tract for posterior pituitary. Now we will start about anterior pituitary or adenohypophysis. Anterior pituitary is also known as the master gland because it regulates many other endocrine glands through its hormones. Now, parts. Anterior pituitary consists of three parts, that is, pars distalis, there, and second pars tuberalis, and 3 pars intermedia. So this is the stalk hypothalamus, then the mammillary lobe, median eminence, infundibular stem, pars tubularis part. This is a pinkish color. Pars distalis slightly in dark pink color, and pars intermedia between the interior in adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis part in light pink color. So these are the pars tuberalis, pars distalis, and pars intermedia. And another structure: hypothalamus, median eminence, mammillary body, infundibular stem, and pars nervosa. So this is and the histology of anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary has two types of cell which have different staining property, that is chromophobe cell and chromophil cell. So what are those chromophobe cells? Chromophobe cells do not process as granules and stain poorly. These cells form 50% of total cells in the anterior pituitary. Chromophobe cells are not secretory in nature but are the precursor of chromophil cells. So what are these chromophobe cells? So first of all, they do not possess any granules and do not stain properly. These type of cell form nearly about 50% of total cell present in anterior pituitary. These cells have no secretory property, but they are the precursor of chromophil cells. So now chromophil cells. Chromophil cells contain large number of granules and are darkly stained. Types of chromophil cells. There are some types of chromophil cells like chromophil cells are classified by two methods. Classification on the basis of staining property. So chromophil cells are divided into two parts based on staining property. First is acidophilic cell or alpha cell, which form 35%, and basophilic cell or beta cell, which form 15%. So first of all, according to staining property, classification is acidophilic and basophilic, or alpha and beta. Alpha 35%, beta 15%. Then classification on the basis of secretory nature, chromophil cells are classified into 5 types. First of all, somatotropes, which secrete the growth hormones. Then corticotrope, which secrete the adrenocorticotropic hormone. Then thyrotropes, which secrete thyroid stimulating hormone. Gonadotrope, which secrete follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Lactotropes, which secrete prolactin. Now, somatotropes and lactotropes are acidophilic cells. So, what are these acidophilic cells? Somatotrope and lactotrope, mainly growth hormone and the prolactin part. And whereas others are basophilic cells like corticotrope, thyrotrope, and gonadotrope. These are basophilic. So, somatotrope forms about 30 to 40% of chromophil cells. So, pituitary tumors that secrete large quantities of human growth hormone are called acidophilic tumors. So why the term acidophilic tumor is used in case of pituitary tumor, anterior pituitary tumor? Because in case of anterior pituitary, the maximum number of cell present in this part is known as somatotropes, which releases the growth hormone. And as this is the main cell, that's why it is, and the nature is acidophilic, that's why this tumor name is named as acidophilic tumor. Now, regulation of anterior pituitary secretion. Mainly, hypothalamus controls anterior pituitary by secreting the releasing and inhibitory hormones or factors, which are called neurohormones. These hormones from hypothalamus are transported into anterior pituitary through the hypothalamo-hypophyseal portal vessels. Some special nerve cells present in various parts in the hypothalamus send their nerve fibers axon to median eminence and tuber cinerum. These nerve cells synthesize the hormones and release them into the median eminence and tuber cinerum. From here, the hormones are transported by blood via hypothalamo-hypophyseal portal vessels into anterior pituitary. Now, releasing the inhibitory hormones secreted by hypothalamus. So, what are the hormones that are releasing and inhibitory hormones which secretes the hypothalamus? First of all, growth hormone releasing hormone stimulates the release of growth hormone. First of all, growth hormone releasing hormone GHRH, which stimulates further the anterior pituitary to release the growth hormone. Then growth hormone releasing polypeptide GHRP stimulates the release of GHRH and growth hormone. Now growth hormone inhibitory hormone or somatostatin or GHIH inhibits the growth hormone release. Then thyrotropic releasing hormone stimulates the release of thyroid stimulating hormone. Then corticotropic releasing hormone stimulates the release of adrenocorticotropic. Then gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulates the release of gonadotropins like FSH and LH. Then prolactin inhibitor hormone or PIH inhibits the prolactin secretion. It is believed that PIH is dopamine. So another name of PIH is also called the dopamine. Hormones which are secreted by anterior pituitary. 6 hormones are secreted by anterior pituitary like growth hormone or somatotropic hormone, GH or STH. Then number 2, thyroid stimulating hormone or thyrotropic hormone or TSH. Number 3, adrenocorticotropic hormone. Number 4, follicle stimulating hormone. Number 5, luteinizing hormone in females or interstitial cell stimulating hormone in males. Prolactin is the 6th hormone. Recently, by the hormone beta lipoprotein is found to be secreted by anterior pituitary. Now, tropic hormones. First 5 hormones of the anterior pituitary stimulates the other endocrine glands. Growth hormone also stimulates the secretory activity of liver and other tissues. Therefore, these 5 hormones are called tropic hormones. Prolactin is concerned with milk secretion, and gonadotropic hormones, follicle stimulating hormones, and the luteinizing hormones are togetherly called gonadotropic releasing hormone GH, gonadotropic hormones or gonadotropins because of their action on gonads. So this is for now. Tomorrow we will discuss about the growth hormone and another hormone secreted by the anterior pituitary. So if we summarize a little bit, then what we have found in today's lecture. First of all, hypophysis or pituitary gland is a small endocrine gland. Diameter is 1 centimeter, weight is 0.5 to 1 gram. It is present in the coelotropic depression, present in sphenoid bone at the base of the skull. It is connected with the hypothalamus with pituitary stalk or hypophyseal stalk. Division are to anterior pituitary or adenohypophysis, posterior pituitary or neurohypophysis. Between these two, the avascular structure, pars intermedia. Development: anterior pituitary is ectodermal in origin and arises from pharyngeal epithelium as an upward growth of known as Rathke pouch, and the posterior pituitary is neuroectodermal in origin and arises from hypothalamus as a downward of diverticulum. And these two, downward diverticulum and Rathke pouch, these two meet together and forms the pituitary gland. And the regulation part, hypothalamo-hypophyseal relationships, we have also known about this part very clearly. There are hypophyseal portal system, hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract, this type of system, and the anterior and posterior pituitary. Then parts of anterior pituitary are pars distalis, pars tuberalis, and pars intermedia. We have seen in the diagram. This is pars tuberalis, this is pars distalis, and this is pars intermedia. Then the histology, there are chromophore cell and chromophil cell. Chromophore cell are the precursor of chromophil cell. They form nearly about 50% of the total anterior pituitary, and chromophore cells are not secretory in nature, and they does not possess any granules and any strand. But chromophil cells have numerous amount of large granules and they are darkly stained. The types of classification, there are 2 methods. One is according to a staining property. These are acidophilic and basophilic. Acidophilic or alpha cell 35%, basophilic or beta cell 15%. Now classification on the basis of secretory nature: somatotropes, growth hormone release, its release, growth hormone, and it helps to which secret growth hormone, and corticotrope, adrenocorticotropic hormone, thyrotrope, TSH, gonadotrope, FSH, LH, and lactotrope, prolactin. And also we have discussed about acidophilic tumor, which is due to the somatotropic cell, which is acidophilic in nature and it is in maximum number. That's why it is called acidophilic tumor. Then regulation of anterior pituitary secretion, there is neurohormones, portal vessels, and these type of systems are present there. And the releasing hormone by hypothalamus: GHRH, GHRP, GHIH, TRH, CRH, GnRH, and PIH. And hormones secreted by 6 hormones are secreted by anterior pituitary, known as growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone in case of female, and interstitial cell stimulating hormone in case of male, and prolactin. But recently, the hormone beta lipotropin is found to be secreted by the anterior pituitary. And then the tropic hormone and gonadotropic hormone. Tropic hormone are first 5 hormones of anterior pituitary, stimulates the other endocrine glands. Growth hormone is also stimulates the secretory activity of liver and other tissues. Therefore, these 5 hormones are called tropic hormones, and prolactin is concentrated milk secretion. But gonadotropic hormones, follicle stimulating hormone, and the luteinizing hormones are together called gonadotropic hormone or gonadotropins because of their action on gonads. So this is for now. Let you guys comment down in the comment section about how you feel about today's lecture, and also comment down in which topic you want the next video. Do like, share and subscribe to support me, and thank you so much for watching.